Lords of Sin is a dark and brutal Dungeons & Dragons narrative play intended for adults and adults only. Specific content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions. Rise up, sinners. Lords of Sin is back.
Thousands of stars, and the widest stretch of mountainscape anyone could ever ask for. A perfectly clear night, at least overhead, with so many of the clouds lingering below the elven city of Thaval-Ahim, built on the highest peak of the Belt of the World, Lower Terrace, called by Windwardians Lonely Father Peak. But there are 6 stars that seem to watch the goings-on here in Thaval-Ahim with increased interest. And underneath those watchful stars, Shin is being escorted to the prison of the Pinnacle Court by 3 members of the Skywatch, the one who directly apprehended you, and 2 more who were just a few seconds behind. You have been walked from where you were apprehended in the Lower Terrace across several of the floating enchanted bridges that connect the different floating mountain spurs, and have arrived on the main old part of Thaval-Ahim that is built directly onto the peak of Lower Terrace. The Pinnacle Court is an expanse of buildings. Clusters of stone, glass, and mithril lace structures that have been carved into the mountain rock. The bottom portions smoothed and refined, the top portions retaining the natural shape of the stone, though even there decorated with mithril to catch starlight and sunlight. It is somehow both grand and almost humble simultaneously. But you are led inward and downward.
You know, you have such a beautiful sky in the city. You look up and you see a clear sky, thousands upon millions of stars. But you know what lies between stars? The darkest dark.
As you are led into the Pinnacle Court, you pass a mirror. And as you just glance that direction, you see yourself being led by these 3 members of the Skywatch, but you see someone else walking next to you. A familiar-looking, bald celestial, beautiful. And you hear his voice in your mind, once again, Shin. Offer still stands. Seems you've gotten yourself into a bit of trouble, Shin of the Skyfist. I can help, if you help me.
My butthole itches. Are you willing to scratch it?
One of the Skywatch who was walking with you as you just say this slightly under your breath. No.
Oh. That question wasn't meant for you. It's for my imaginary friend. My very hot imaginary friend. And Shin just sort of stares at him with this like goofy ass grin on his face, like
I admire someone who sees the right in what they are doing, even when all of those around you say otherwise.
That's the beauty of it all, isn't it? There really isn't a right or a wrong. That's all decided in conceptions and, perceptions of mortals. There really isn't a right or a wrong. There just is what hurts and what does not hurt. And, how proud are you of this superiority?
This? Oh, Shin, this. This is an appetizer.
And that there is the problem, isn't it? It's always an appetizer. Always some greater gain, some bigger goal. That's the trap of pride, isn't it? There is no end. There is no success. And why would I want to stare into that infinite abyss? What do I have there? Because at the end of the day, if there is no end, then there is nothing at all.
If I could applaud in this state, I would. A fine speaker. I respect a good orator, but you, Shin, you said there was no right and wrong, just that which causes pain and that which does not. There are two paths in front of you. One will result in far more pain for far more people. The other will spare that suffering. And you called me proud. But how proud would you have to be to choose the path that leads to more suffering, just so you feel good at the end of the day?
I must admit, there is wisdom in what you say.
I know. That's why I say it. Your time is running thin, Shin of the Skyfist. 7 days become 6 and quickly move to 5. Don't delay long.
You have been led down stone steps. It's dark in here. Not pitch, there are magical lamps that have been lighting your way, and as you are led down, they ding, 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 blink on ahead of you, and blink off once you've walked far enough away.
Am I handcuffed or shackled?
They certainly would have tried. Would you have let them shackle you?
I would have, but with a trick.
Okay, tell me.
So, Shin, being a monk, is very in control of his body. So what he would have done is he would have forced blood and power, mainly blood, and into his wrists to expand them. And then as we've been walking, he's just letting it flow back into his body so that it is loose.
As you walk down this path and are led down and down and down, it grows hotter. Much hotter. By the time you've descended, it's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Clearly not 85 degrees Celsius. We'd be having a very different conversation about your state of being.
I'm dead.
But you are led to the path that you are led down passes by a honeycomb of natural caverns that have as far as you can tell, no bars on them. But there are a number of people currently back in those small caverns, filthy, sleeping, most of them, as you pass by. Once you get to this section, one of the guards pulls a mote of light into his hand and uses that to guide. Eventually, you are led to a unoccupied, small, about 4.5 foot tall, maybe 5 feet high cavern. It only goes back about 8 feet, small, and one of the guards grabs his necklace, and there is a faint pulse at the mouth of this cavern. And after it fades, one of the guards, "In here."
Okay. Goes in.
As you are stepping in, one of the guards grabs your bag off of your shoulder and starts to pull it off.
Immediately parried. As soon as the hand goes for it, what the guard notices is that his hand is no longer in the shackle, and parries it, and then so he grabs the thumb, twists it around, and pulls it up. No touching.
As you do that, the other 2 guards, the sound of blades unsheathing. "Don't resist. We need your bags and your weapons before you are placed in your cell. It will be kept safely for you until you can have your hearing." As you laugh, Shin, it almost drowns out the voice in your head, but not quite, as you hear, "Yes, don't let them take from you what is yours."
Quiet you. I have to concentrate. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at your very official job. Your very official, entitled job where you force yourself upon those you see as your lessers. But I will willingly get in your cell. I will stay in my cell and whatever makes you feel big and mighty. But you're not taking my bag. You're not taking my tea. And if you need to take my weapons, then you have to take these. And he shows him his hands.
"You may have your tea from your bag, but the bag must go into custody."
No, I refuse, politely.
One of the guards, who you have not grabbed, takes the butt of his sword and goes to strike you across the back of the head. And as Shin blocks it, we cut away from that scene. And we return to Kalista's childhood home, where all of the rest of you, Valkerie, Jaeger, Korrin, Lorwryn, and Kalista, currently are.
All right, it's not our fault that he got captured. Okay, first off, don't look at us like that.
I did my best acting I could. I was an old lady. I really tried. I do not feel as if it was on me. I feel like that was award worthy, truly.
Cory just kind of looks at Val. She did a good job. All right, she did a wonderful job of being an old lady who looks.
Thank you.
Yep. You all would have been proud of her. Yep.
And yet I'm still disappointed.
In Shin!
I am not disappointed in Shin. You know Shin. Korrin, I am disappointed in you most of all. You know Shin best out of all of us. You should know his antics. You should have just dragged him away. You knew what would happen. You knew he would step up and try to help the little guy like he always does. You may speak if you wish.
First off, little girl, I will wreck this entire house. Understand that. Just because it's your family home, you grew up, with no money. I respect you for that because you know you're a self-made woman. I actually really appreciate that. I get the little bit more respect for you, all right? But listen, child. We just have to figure out how to get him out. Simple as that. This is your hometown. You must know where the jails are. We can just go bail him out. Use your elven wilds or whatever pull your name has here, and just get him out.
Kalista, how bad are the jails here?
It really depends how terrible a criminal he is deemed. But for the most part, they're pretty standard jails. A bunch of smelly and destitute people shoved in a cell. Those that are awful heinous get hung from below the city.
Interesting.
I just think that we should split off into either two groups and attack to try to rescue him from this prison cell. Just seems like maybe we could go in a two-pronged...
Okay, because splitting off in two groups worked so well last time.
I just don't know how sneaky we can be in all of us. I mean, Jaeger is a metal man.
I can be very sneaky.
I don't think you know what the word sneaky means. I love you, but still.
He just like tilts. Like blink, blink, slow blink.
No doubt in Jaeger's ability to kill someone.
I don't know if killing people in a city that is clearly under authoritarian rule is going to be the thing that is going to get us enamored with the people.
If you kill the right person, then you get enamored with the people.
If we wish to join Shin in a jail cell, we can just go on a rampage and kill everyone, and then suddenly we'll all be together. Great plan. Solid. Love it.
Ain't no chains can fucking hold me.
As much as I would love to bust in the cowboy style and try to take our friend out, I think that a little bit of politicking here would actually be better. As much as we could do. The chance of us all ending up in a cell is probably slim to none, because let's be honest, they're not going to catch me. I teleported us here from fucking Highgale. Do you think they're going to stop me from teleporting back to Highgale? Hell no. But perhaps maybe we don't piss off everybody in the city.
I have to agree. I think diplomacy might be better than sneaking. But diplomacy will have to wait till the morning.
I tend to agree. Whatever is happening here, it is not... We are not dealing with wrath. We are not dealing with people out of their minds where sword and shield is the best option. We are dealing with hearts and minds. Clearly affected hearts and minds. But we are going to have to fight that battle. Which a 20-foot tall lizard woman that looks like Gojira is not going to help us all the time there.
Time is not necessarily on our side, though. If they discover what is in Shin's bag, I mean, what would Wrath be if she had another crown?
Depends on whose crown it is and where it's at.
Pride with wrath doesn't seem like a good mixture. If we want to do diplomacy, I think we can. I don't know if it's my strong suit, I'll be honest. That's okay.
And you just hear your mentor's voice in your head.
Practice, Val. Practice.
Maybe this will be a good time to brush up on those skills.
No, not. Don't.
You know what?
Don't send in the first time lawyer.
We're gonna my cousin Vinny this.
You didn't even pass the bar.
I feel that me and Korrin can execute this as well.
I'm all for learning and practice, and I can't even fucking say this with a straight face. You are not going to be our face of diplomacy. I am sorry, I love you, Val. And Korrin, as much as I appreciate you, I don't think this is in your skill sets.
First of all, I have very great customer service. Just to let you know that. I deal with people on a regular basis, all shapes and sizes. I can't talk my way out of places.
Do you deal with people that hold a knife over your friend's throat? Or do you sell them soup? Because there are two very different things.
I've done both.
This is going to go well.
Is there a way we can ask Shin? Like, can we send a spell to him? A bird?
Well, you all have 2 wizards in your company who might have a spell that would allow communication. If any of you do, then
sending. If we want to reach out to them, I can do it.
It just might seem a little ridiculous if we go in there looking for Shin and Shin is not in there because Shin does what Shin does.
He has a point.
Question. What's the odds that the jail cells block out magic?
Oh.
It is possible. If I were...
Yeah, Dragon Lady's got a real fucking brain.
I did not say you did not have another brain. What is this?
Taking this too personally right now, Korrin. Perhaps you need to step back.
I just say this is not time to throw building at people. There will be time to throw building at... Trust me, we will have to kill or somehow defeat the devil, so you can throw building at that point all you want.
You throw a building one time, all of a sudden you're Korrin the building thrower.
It is a feature, not a bug. It is a feature of 25-foot giant, like, lizard woman. Of course I want that.
I'm just saying that I'm a little bit more than just, big muscles, swingy swangy axe.
Well, if you didn't lead with your swingy swangy axe, I would believe that.
Korrin, could you do me a favor? Could you roll me a charisma saving throw, please?
What's happening?
14!
With a +5.
Ooh. So that's a 19.
19.
How dare anyone question your capabilities? You are Korrin, Fenfire Ironhand. They don't understand who they're dealing with.
Like I said, I could do more things than just yeet a building or swing my axe.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Try calling him.
If you wouldn't mind, love. Send him a message.
I'll cast sending.
You got 25 words.
Shin. It is Lorwryn. Where did they take you? Are you safe? Is the bag safe? Please write back.
Please write back. Shin, you hear this in your head. How do you respond?
So, Lorwryn, something strange happens with this sending. In your mind, you feel it ricochet. But in Shin, what you hear back is just chaos. Like you're hearing noise, like you're catching flashes of things, like hearing flashes of echoes of things that are happening like it's down a cave tunnel. And it's like, you bitch, like, get off me. And then like, go to sleep. You can just you're just hearing chaotic noise, but the sending you send bounced off of you. Like it bounced off of where you were sending it and ricocheted back at you. And then in that gave you the echoes of all these different things, but it's not intelligible. It's like you're hearing it down a cave. All you can tell from all of it is that there is a lot of fighting happening.
2 luck points to you, Shin.
Do I need to roll perception, or am I just getting this?
You are.
Do I get it?
You are an incredibly intelligent individual, incredibly experienced individual. No roll necessary, especially with things like go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
You see her open her eyes back up, and she looks over at Kalista, and she just kind of like rolls her eyes a little bit, and she goes, "The idiot is fighting the guards. He's trying to put them all to sleep right now. And by that, I mean, I think he's trying to choke them all out."
Okay. Should we check in on him in a minute and if he's on, if he's on the winning side, or
it's probably not a bad idea. We'll see if he gets. I can cast it a few more times today before we sleep. We can try to figure out where he's at. Lord knows if he gets. He doesn't even know how to get back here. If he escapes, he's gonna have to lay low somewhere and hope that we can find him in the morning, and that they don't have a wanted poster out for him.
What does the prison look like? Paint me a picture.
I don't have a picture. I have. It is like music. I speak things and then I hear things back. And what I heard back was a lot of fighting and a lot of Shin going, "You bitch, you bastard, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep." Which usually means he's having either a bar fight or he's trying to break out of jail.
It sounds like we should go and save him.
Okay, that sounds foolish.
Diplomacy is failing at the moment.
As you all continue to now debate what to do, we cut back to Shin. Shin, it's about 60 seconds after you would have received, or did receive, that sending, but perhaps didn't even realize that you did, or just weren't open to it at that moment. You have... Those 3 who guarded you were not the only individuals here. Those were the 3 members of the Skywatch. There were then a number of adjudicators, the law enforcement that works on the ground and ranks over the Skywatch. You have knocked unconscious, I rolled for it, about 18. We cut back to you at the moment that you are finishing the final 2 standing here off. How do you do it?
Like, so he has 2 of them. He has 2 each in a headlock, and it's like, "All right, I just need you to make this easy. There's been like 18 of you guys, and I'm exhausted." And they're not going to sleep fast enough, so he just slams their heads into each other, and then like they both slump. The bodies go limp, and it's like, "I hope that was an appropriate amount of force that does not cause permanent brain injury," and like lets them slump to the ground. All right, where's that? Oh, there you are. And he finds the one that did the thing with the necklace and pulls it off him.
As you grab the necklace off of him, you hear the sound of many armored individuals as they head down the hall. And when I say many, I mean about 20.
Oh, fucking hell.
But as they approach and you see them, the one leading them, she holds up a hand. She is dressed in a helmet that is almost shaped to resemble wings off of the side, fur mantle, gleaming mithril armor. And she holds up a gauntleted hand. And the individuals behind her, weapons still obviously drawn, stop, though hers is not. Her greatsword remains on her back. And they stop, and she walks forward towards you, stepping over the unconscious forms of a few adjudicators.
1 second. He holds his finger up. Give me just 1 second. Oh, you ever get that cramp in the side where like it really hurts and you obviously haven't breathed. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Oh, okay. All right.
And she does. She stops and gives you the time that you need. The entire time, though, with observant eyes, she looks around and then watches you and waits for you to be done working out your cramp and catching your breath.
And then, like, he looks around. He finds a particularly thick adjudicator and, like, sits down on his back. And you don't see how he does it. You have no idea. In front of him, he has propped up one of the other adjudicators. Like, he does this so fast. To her eyes, she didn't even see the movement. But he is now sitting on a rather large adjudicator and has made a little tea table with another adjudicator and is setting out 2 tea cups, and he is heating a tea kettle with one hand and pouring tea into each.
Please, have a seat. If you're willing, I don't know. I don't know if you could even sit in that beautiful gleaming armor, which, by the way, is magnificent.
I would be more willing if you were not currently using one of my adjudicators as a table and another as a chair. I'll take the tea, though.
And he, like, hands the tea to him and then sits cross-legged in front of the large adjudicator, still kind of leaning on him, but not sitting on him, and then just flattens out the other adjudicator into not a table anymore.
I figured if they were going to be here, they might as well be of some use.
She takes the cup of tea that you poured her, sniffs it, knocks it back in one swallow, and hands the cup back to you.
A waste. That was a very expensive tea. It's 5,000 years old. Something to be enjoyed. I'll pour you another good cup. I don't think you got the full effect of it.
And, like, hands her another teacup.
What is your name?
My name is Shin.
Shin. I'm Lilitar of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator of the Pinnacle Court in Thaval-Ahim.
That is a beautiful name and an impressive set of titles.
Your work down here is equally impressive. In different scenarios. Looks at you. Very different scenarios. I might try to recruit you. However, we have a problem. You have broken numerous laws today.
Have I?
Assaulting Thaval-Ahim's adjudicators? Resisting arrest? I'm sure that were
actually,
I to...
Hold on. Sorry. I'm going to refute that one. Was not actually a resisting arrest. I was here, willing to get in that cell.
Then what happened here?
They wanted my bag.
And you then?
Did not give them my bag.
You resisted.
Depends on your definition of resisted. I was willing to get in the cell.
It fits my definition, and that's the only definition you need concern yourself with at this moment.
I disagree.
Feel free. It won't save you. Now, the law is very clear. You, looks at you again, are clearly a foreigner to our city, so I will inform you. The consequences for what you have done, to raise a hand against the adjudicators, results in the taking of that hand. I would let you choose which hand, or looks you up and down, or feet. If this option is unappealing to you, there is a second. Do you wish to hear it?
Sure.
As a foreigner to our lands, and as a lawbreaker, well, these are treacherous times. Breaking of laws so flagrantly cannot be tolerated, and an example needs to be made. You may be that example, and you can wear your hand or foot around your neck as a warning to all to know what happens when you cross the adjudicators of Thaval-Ahim and the laws of this city. That is option 1. Option 2 someone else can be made an example of from the Lower Terrace in your place. They would not simply lose a hand, however, or a foot. Choice is yours. Make your choice, and I shall even permit you to maintain control over your precious bag so long as you remain under watch the entire time. That is, after you've made your choice as to which punishment you wish.
You know, adjudicator, high adjudicator.
Your next words very much need to be which of those two options you choose. I am not here for conversation, despite my pleasant demeanor. This is not a negotiation. This is a choice. And the next words out of your mouth should be option 1.
I punch her in the face.
My man.
I activate Boots of Speed, and I falcon punch her in the face.
Okay. Roll to hit.
26 to hit.
I kind of want this to be like, as Shin is doing this particular thing, he gets another sending message from Lorwryn that's like, Shin, please do not cause trouble.
This is a perfect time for it. You said you would check back in if you want to.
Yeah, that's what I was
Now is a
thinking.
good time.
Yeah. It's like it's sending to it. It's like, but it's not fast enough before Shin makes this action. So it's just hearing Shin, try not to cause too much trouble. We will break you out in the morning, kind of thing. Just as he's in the middle of.
Actually, you get a response this time, because Shin, being a controlled monk, is able to split his focus ever so slightly, and you get back one thing, and one thing only.
I stare towards the end, head held high, knowing I will not compromise nor bow to any injustice done with the laws of mortal men.
Could you roll me damage, Shin?
So that's going to be 8 damage, and I'm going to stunning strike.
Okay. She makes her save with a 17 on the die. You punch her directly in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Her nose bleeds slightly. And she smiles at you. Thank you, Shin. You made my life much easier. And she teleports behind her troops.
You did hear that I activated Boots of Speed beforehand, correct?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Last offer, Shin. Make your choice. The punishment for assaulting the High Adjudicator will be much more severe, and if you do not take the punishment, others will. Allow me to assure you that as of right now, you can kill me. Word of your actions have already been delivered to those who need to know. Should I not leave here, how does 100 sound to you? Too few? Still not getting the message? And you hear in your head at the same time, one of your paths will lead to less suffering, and one to more. How proud will you be?
You know, and like inside Shin, because if there was one sin that Shin struggles with the most, it's wrath. A sin cannot affect anyone that doesn't already have it there.
Why do you think I chose you?
Give me the power to kill and torment everyone here. Can you do that?
Of course I can. What will you give me?
What do you want?
To rule. For you to aid and serve. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, Shin.
Give me the power to exact justice on this god-forsaken city.
Give me your loyalty and your life, and you shall have it.
I don't do deals without guarantees. You will show me what you are capable of, or we have no deal at all.
When you cross the threshold of this prison unharmed, our deal is sealed. Agree?
No. You heard what my terms were. I want everyone, including that
Nothing for
Jew.
nothing, Shin. Nothing for nothing. You want guarantees, so do I.
This is the price of a bargain, then.
What conditions need meeting?
As all of this happens in a split second.
Name your terms.
I want her. I want the power to not just kill her, to make her suffer. I want the power to kill every single adjudicator in this room.
Before I say my next words, I want to speak as a DM. And I want to make sure you know the wording and the consequences of this contract. Should you accept, Shin will at minimum lose a heavy amount of autonomy. At maximum, will become an NPC. It might be anywhere between there.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm
It's
so
a big choice. It's a big choice.
You guys, why couldn't you come rescue me? Why'd you have to fucking debate it?
Pinky's out going, why'd you get arrested in the first damn place?
As your mind starts wandering back to your friends and the fact, why am I in this situation? Why aren't they here?
Don't think of them. They can't help you anymore. I can.
I'm a fool. Look at you, you're good. You almost got me. I'm gonna face my death. I'll be damned if I let you get the crown. And Shin looks as a peace falls over his face. I am reckless, am I not, Kalista? But I stand by that I refused to watch injustice and stand by. Today I will die, not compromising that at least. I may not have been able to control my anger. I may not have been able to be the balance and the monk I should have been. But I will die with my head held high, fighting for those who can't. And with that, he releases a breath of the dragon in a 90-foot cone in front of him, and continues to fire every single one off while they're charging him. And he is going to, because he's probably going to die, he's already used Boots of Speed, Step of the Wind, and Wings Unfurled to jump and fly over them, casting
breath of the dragon, and he is going to attack the High Adjudicator. And Shin is going to do his best to kill the High Adjudicator.
And I just want to make sure I understand, you are here fighting about 20 individuals, and your goal is to fight to their death or yours?
Whoever comes first.
Okay.
Whoever's comes first.
Okay. As we see Shin flying, wall running, and breathing lightning across these adjudicators, the lightning arcing from their armor to one another, and as we see him come down on the High Adjudicator, we cut back to Kalista's home, where the five of you are still trying to figure out what to do. Lorwryn, you just attempted to speak with Shin again, and you got that strange response from him.
What did he say?
I will paraphrase, but Shin said that today is a good day to die.
He's gonna get himself killed right now. And
probably.
I literally run out of the house. Like Val, you see Val take off running.
Kalista will follow. Jaeger, come.
Follows after.
You know, he lasted longer than I thought he would.
Lorwryn just has her eyes shut the entire time while everybody's running back out.
Look down. Oh, you're doing your magic thing. Okay, well, it's time for a jailbreak, so let's go.
They all run out, and I'm going to send one last message to Shin. She's going to have her eyes closed the entire time to do it and stuff like that, but with everybody else out of the room at this point, she just kind of whispers, "Give them hell."
The second Kalista steps out the door, she's going to cast Hold Person on Valkerie, and she's going to turn to Jaeger. Stop, Korrin. If we go running in there right now, we will all join him in death or worse.
I need a wisdom saving throw from you, Valkerie.
And Jaeger, are you going to hold Korrin or not?
17.
He's gonna turn around and wait at the door.
It is I think it's an 18. 1 second.
It's a 19, your DC.
19. So you are held. We have not finished our discussion. We have not come up with a plan.
You're a bitch. You discuss everything until it's dead and gone. And that's what old age gets you. Because everything is your fucking way. When he dies, it's on you.
When he dies, it is on you. And Korrin and him. It is on him. For being the bigger man. For helping those that are helpless.
Yeah, when have you ever done that?
We are not discussing me right now. We are figuring out a way that we can save Shin. That isn't run through these streets, get caught, arrested, and maybe just hung. Have you thought of
running with this? I didn't realize running was illegal here.
Being us is illegal here.
Not being us. And I look at her ears when I say that. And don't act like we don't have privilege here.
I am not.
At least
them.
Use it for something good.
Then I will. I will go there and I will get him out. But we will not do this recklessly. We will not run in there with our axes swinging. She's going to look to Korrin. And get ourselves in more trouble than what's good. If I can walk up to that door, then I will walk up to that door, and I will do it right now. I will fly there. I can get there quickly. But we need to be smart about this. Okay? She's gonna drop Hold Person.
Korrin's just been looking at Jaeger in the eyes the entire time.
Jaeger's just been looking back. But he also turns and looks at what's happening behind him.
Lorwryn, will you accompany me on a nighttime stroll?
She opens her eyes back up. Yes. Let us go.
Korrin moves out the way to let Lorwryn go through.
She stops and looks at Korrin and has to look up. Because I believe Korrin's very tall still to begin with, right? I will do my best to bring him back. And if we do not come back by midday tomorrow, then perhaps we have suffered the same fate. And she turns to walk out.
Kalista will turn to Korrin as well. I'm sorry. And she's just gonna walk away.
The wizards get to do whatever the fuck they want. And then she leaves. Like, she goes off into the night, and you don't see, because she can do that.
You just wait long enough for us to, like, be farther away, so yeah.
Yeah.
Jaeger was about to step towards Valkerie and, like, put a hand out, but then she disappears. And just, like, hangs his head and looks back at Korrin.
Come on in, Jaeger. Yes. And just walks inside.
I'm gonna cast haste on us as well as we're walking.
Heck yeah.
We going fast.
We see Kalista and Lorwryn moving away and then moving away quickly, hustling through the Lower Terrace. We see Jaeger and Korrin head back inside, the door shut behind them, and Valkerie take off on her own into the night. Shin. Could you please, because you were focusing your attacks on the High Adjudicator, could I get your attack rolls, please?
How many do I get?
It's your full turn.
Okay. Let's do this thing. That is a 30
hit
for the first one. Stunning strike into the dump a stunning strike into it.
18 on the die.
Death save.
Yes, I believe your, you tell me, but last I knew your save DC was 16. It is now 17. Since you leveled, it's now 17, but an 18 on the die will still beat it.
Yeah. All right, stunning strike again.
Okay, what's the damage for the first attack?
That's going to be a 7. My second attack is going to be 24 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, stunning strike.
That is a 19 total. So that'll succeed.
Okay.
Damage.
That is going to be a 9. And then flurry of blows, so it's going to be 2 more strikes.
Let's do it.
So stunning strike, or arm strike. That is a nat 20.
Let's go. Let's crunchy crit that damage.
So I still roll damage, right?
You still roll as normal, but then we max the second die.
Okay.
26 points of damage there on that crit.
Okay. And then flurry of blows.
Were you using stunning strike on that one?
Yes, I am.
That's a fail with an 11 or 12. That's still a fail.
Okay.
Which means your next attack is at advantage.
23. And that's going to be a 15 for damage.
15 more damage. 59 total points of damage over those attacks there. Damn. As you come in, 4 strikes, and as she has been like lifting her armored left hand to block your attacks as much as she can, she has been removing her silver greatsword from her back. That is now going to bring up all of the adjudicators, including her.
And at the end of my turn, I'm trying to lead them down so I'm not necessarily I'm just moving just enough that they have to keep coming towards me.
Okay. The adjudicators who are attacking you, not the high adjudicators, the lower ranking ones, there are 2 successful hits there.
Mm-hmm.
And because I believe your AC is 22, yes?
Yes.
Okay. 2 successful hits for a total of 30 points of damage. Half of that is slashing, half of that is psychic damage.
Okay.
The high adjudicator will use her feature Iron Focus, taking the stunned condition to dazed, meaning she can take an action, bonus action, or movement, has to choose one. Is definitely going to choose action. 31 to hit. And 18 to hit, so only one hit there. She deals... Damn. 41 total points of damage to you.
Okay.
Again, a combination of slashing and psychic damage.
Okay.
A few of the adjudicators manage to get attacks in on you as she... a heavy, arcing, underhand strike that just scrapes you right across the front. You have to jump back to avoid the majority of the damage that it was going to give you. You are killing more people every second. Does that please you?
He flips her off. He just raises a middle finger.
That was your right hand, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Noted.
Come and get it, bitch.
We will shift back. Lorwryn and Kalista, are you at all attempting to be stealthy here? Or are you hustling to get to the Pinnacle Court as quickly as possible?
Korrin, I think you're the stealthier of the two of us.
I mean, you casted haste on us, so we can go fast. I can obviously hide in shadows and things like that. You were trying to get us there quickly.
Yes.
But if we go with trying to sneak around in the shadows and stuff like that, we're going to have to... It's going to take us more time to get there. How much of a panic are we in at this point?
I mean, Kalista would know that combat does not last long. In that sense, he is already in the depth of combat. When they left, they have very few moments left to go. So I think she's still going to rush, but perhaps stick to alleys.
Okay. So I will do my best to hide us in the alleys and things like that as we can, since I can hide in shadows.
Okay.
And try to do a little bit of that kind of stuff.
So, could we have a stealth roll for both of you? Lorwryn with advantage. We're going to take the average here.
Okay, great.
And given Lorwryn's help, I'll also say, Kalista, you can also roll with advantage. So
if I have a little A beside it, does that mean I get advantage anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I get advantage anyway for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, I have Boots of Elven Kind. I can be sneaky.
There you go.
Cool. Okay, 17.
I got double twos because this fucking program hates me. And I hate that we have to not roll using these beautiful dice I have sitting next to me.
Here, roll one physical die.
Hold on.
Just one.
I'm getting the pity die.
We'll see what it gets. If it rolls a 1,
I'm
I
a
swear to God.
drow. I'm in shadow. I have Boots of Elven
I agree.
Kind. For crying out
agree.
loud.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
I fully support this.
Alright. Plus 5 is 18 on the die.
That's what you rolled on. That's what you rolled on D&D Beyond. 18. So an 18 for Lorwryn, a 17 for Kalista. Average of rounding up, 18. You manage to weave your way through from the lower terrace up to the third, and then from the third to the main peak where old Thaval-Ahim is and where the Pinnacle Court is. It is going to take you some time, even with haste, but it takes you some time because every now and then you see guards, members of the Skywatch, adjudicators, and you have to duck into alleyways, wait for them to pass. Precious seconds ticking away.
Remind me too. All levels of this are under this curfew, correct?
Just the low terrace has the curfew at the moment. Yeah. So not all of them.
So once
the
we,
notices were posted everywhere, so that
Yeah.
everyone from the low terrace knew, and everyone from the other terraces knew they had this curfew, so they could, report to the authorities if someone was breaking it. But the curfew is only in effect in one district.
Okay, and then so in theory, after we get out of that district, we could haul ass, right?
A little bit, with a little bit more safety, absolutely.
Okay.
So, You two make it out of the low terrace and begin to move a little bit faster towards the pinnacle court. Shin, you're up.
Shin this turn is going to do bonus action, Step of the Wind with wings unfurled to get over them, because I figure that with them being, a lot of them might be difficult terrain. It's
also the tunnels that you're in, you are in mostly natural tunnel. They're not high. So it's not like you can get a ton of distance above them. You can fly right over their heads, but they could touch you with their swords.
Yeah, but it's Step of the Wind and all this stuff. So and Boots of Speed. So I'm moving at minimum 120 feet per second, and I'm going to put a maximum amount of distance between me and them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to skid. So now I'm about, what would it be?
120 feet.
Yeah, I'm 120 feet away from them.
Lilita.
And I'm going to hold. So this is a narrow tunnel, is it?
Yes.
So how wide are we talking? Like, how many of them can be next to each other?
They could comfortably walk two abreast.
Okay.
They can squeeze more.
I'm going to hold action for a Breath of the Dragon. As soon as they're at least 40 minutes or like 40 feet in front of me, I'm going to, or at least a good majority of them, I'm going to unleash. Like, so whatever their movement speed is, if they get where they end, wherever that is, when they've all ended their turn, I'm going to unleash that line of 90 feet of damage.
So when you unleash this, you manage to catch 12 of them in this. What is the save they have to make?
That is 5 feet wide, this 90-foot line. Each creature that is...
Oh, it's a line, not a cone. Got it.
Yeah, it's a line, not a cone. 60-foot cone, 90-foot line. So does that change everything? But it's 5 feet across.
We'll say it's 12. That's totally fine. And it's the same DC as your key save, which is a 17, and it's a dex save that they have to make. Okay. They have a +2, which means they need a 15 on the die. 1, 2, 3 save out of the 12. The rest will take full damage. Roll that damage.
That is 25 points of damage.
25 points, and even those that save take half. As you send this line of electricity, it courses through these individuals. It's almost like that cartoonish effect where you can nearly see their skeleton with the way it courses through them, the energy inside of them. But after you, those who are still smoking from the lightning energy are still on their feet.
But they can't close the distance, right? I don't know what their movement speed is, but they can't close the distance.
They cannot close the distance. Was that the end of your turn?
Yeah, because
that was a held action. That was a held action.
Yeah.
So you are going to get a number of arrows thrown your way, or shot your way, rather.
That's going to be. Then I'm going to do deflect missiles.
There are 3 that hit you.
As a reaction, you can hit by a range. When I'm hit by a range attack, so 3 hit me, you can take the attack is reduced.
You can only do it to one of them.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, it's when you can take your reaction, and since you're using it against one of their attacks, you don't have the reaction for the others.
Okay.
But actually, plus your monk level, even without rolling your D10, you mitigate the damage from that one entirely to 0. So you just catch one of the arrows in your hand, 2 more hit you, you take 20 total points of damage. That is non-magical piercing damage. Lilita of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim in the Pinnacle Court, move as far as she can, going to lean her greatsword against her leg, grab her bow, and is going to take 2 shots at you. That is a 23 to hit.
It's a weapon change in action, though.
I haven't been making it for you guys.
Okay,
in
gotcha,
action,
sure.
I just kind of, you can free action change a weapon once in a round.
Gotcha.
She couldn't free action change back to it. But the same goes for you all.
I don't have weapons, so I don't deal with this.
The other is a 17 on the die, so that will definitely hit. she deals 25 points of damage. 17 of that is psychic. And 25 on the second. She rolled the same on the die both times. So a total of 50 points of damage over those 2 hits. Oh, I'm also going to say that because you were targeting the High Adjudicator, she absolutely is one of those who took that damage from you. All right. As she sends these at you. Is your death wish really to be target practice? And know that your legacy is the slaughter of innocent people?
I don't talk to racists and classists. Like, as he's pulling arrows out of his body.
She raises a hand, and you watch as the adjudicators behind her drop, and all of the ones who have bows take aim. We now cut away from there, lots of hard cuts, to inside Kalista's home with Jaeger and Korrin.
Well, how are you feeling, Jaeger?
I feel like this plan just went to shit.
There was no plan. The plan is being made on the fly as we speak. Have a sit with me.
And he was pacing back and forth by the front door this whole time, but he'll stop and sit on the floor so he's about head height with her.
Would you like to know how I met Shin?
Is it a long story?
It's not a long story. It's a fun one, but not a long one.
Sounds better than pacing around, I guess.
There'll be a reason. I met Shin by accident. He stumbled across a monastery that my husband, well, fiance at the time, ran, looking for guidance. It was a big misunderstanding because he was not supposed to be there. I thought he was a intruder. So we fought. Me being bullheaded like I was in my younger years. Yes, we fought for quite some time. It was like 7 days until we finally realized that he was there for the reason he said he was. I learned a lot from him. Who he was as a man, as a fighter, a warrior. He's a kind, stubborn, but big-hearted fool. And I say that in high regards. But he does not quit. If he has gotten himself in trouble, he will get himself out. But he put himself in there trying to help someone. And sometimes, words don't work. Actions speak louder. And what he did was a good action. I have faith that Lorwryn and Kalista will be able to get him out. But I also have faith in himself to break himself out. Now I ask you a question. Again, if you were asked to stand down and not help someone in need, would you have done that? Or would you have helped them?
Until that moment arises, I do not know. But I do agree with what Shin did. It sounded like the right thing to do in the situation. It's a crazy thing about free will. You're free to do what you want.
You have that. You stayed behind. You could have went with her. But you stayed. There was no order given.
I suppose in the absence of an order, I do. He'll kind of look down. And you see, if you could see, the gears literally turning in his brain, trying to comprehend what's going on. Because he was built to follow orders, built to do what he's told. And hasn't been in a position yet where that might be completely different from what he's seen around him. And what he has seen this day is individuals making choices and trying to comprehend what it means living with those choices.
Do you know what injustices are?
For the most part, yes. A good portion of them were imbued on me when I was created.
If I walked into a city with people who looked all like elves, and you were asked to put me in chains, would you do that? Just because I look different?
He thinks for a while and just stares into the nothing. And there were no other wrongdoings other than they are different.
That was your order. Anyone who does not look like the creators that made you must be in shackles. And she presents her arms, her hands. Would you do it?
I do not think Kalista would give that order.
I did not ask about Kalista. I asked if you were given an order.
I think at that point... Fuck, this is hard.
Do it. Do it.
He'll look at all of the cloth oaths that are affixed to him in various ways. And as he touches a couple of them, they'll slightly glow. And then he'll look at his hand that has a blackened ring around it. And he almost starts shaking a little bit. I'm not sure I would have a choice.
Korrin takes his hand that is shaking. But dear, you do have a choice. Like you just said, you have free will. These are things you learn not on the battlefield. These are things that you learn in life. Experiences. I've seen many of injustices. I've stood up to many injustices. Many forms. I have broken chains. I have freed people. Because it's the right thing to do. No one should be ever held down in bondage for the way that they look, for who they love, and where they're from. No matter the amount of money in their pockets or what type of education they have. Everyone has free will, and they deserve to be free. Does that make sense?
He'll look up at Korrin, his glowing golden eyes behind the visor. I am glad to have you by my side, Lady Korrin. I think right now we are exactly where we need to be. I just don't know what we need to do.
At this moment, we're going to check in with Valkerie.
You see Val. She's been to Thaval-Ahim before because it's fairly close to where the Clawbound is located.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been here. It's not a place that she frequents all the time, but she's been here multiple times. She's been to the crappy areas. Maybe not the nicest place there, but she has in fact been to the prison there, not herself, but to bring people there before.
Mm.
And so that's where I'm going, is to the prison.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop a mutagen to give myself double speed.
Heck yeah. Could you also make me a stealth check, as pretty much you are just tailing behind Lorwryn and Kalista.
23.
23. No one notices you as you move through the Lower Terrace, and you wait as the bridge is guarded at this moment. So you have to wait for when they are distracted. And when one of them drops the apple that he was eating and bends over to pick it up, you just see the opportunity and you dash across the bridge. unheard. You can see the silhouettes of Kalista and Lorwryn occasionally. And you wait when they wait, move when they move, keeping your distance. Shin, we cut back to you.
We cut back to me?
Cut back to you. So, it is your initiative again, Shin.
So, she raises her arms, and Shin he's got arrows sticking out of him. He's bleeding profusely. He spits, like he's kind of on forward because like he's skidded to a halt. All these attacks came in through arrows. Spits up a little bit of blood. This is absolutely how I would go out. Do you know what your problem is, High Adjudicator?
I can only assume you're going to tell me.
You know not true freedom. You're good, and I will say, I have bitten off more than I can chew. But this old man, this old fool, who will die with his principles, won't let you have it easy. And he raises his right hand, flips her off. Come and get it, you bitch. And then at that moment, his eyes glow white. Lightning starts to arc off of his body. And in that moment, thunder and lightning is pouring off of him. He dashes, because there's no one close to him, so there's no disengage. Boots of speed, dash, step of the wind, 480 feet of speed, lightning arcing off the tunnel, and just boom in the opposite direction. Because it's this tiny tunnel, a reverberation of something going from zero to moving that fast instantaneously.
Could you make me a perception check, Shin, as you rocket away?
Yeah, he doesn't know shit. Unless, wait, can I use my inspiration? Do I have inspiration today?
Oh, of course you do. You always have inspiration at the start of the session.
I'm gonna reroll that bitch. Fuck yeah, 18.
Okay. With an 18, you notice it just in time to pull up short. As you were being led through these honeycomb caverns, like I said, none of the cave mouths had bars. It's because they didn't need them. There is something much more powerful than steel and iron and even adamantine. And what you don't see, but we do, is Lilita, High Adjudicator, grab the indicator of her station around her neck, and through will, drop the wall of force that guards the entrance to these chambers. This is a prison. And as you pull up, you hear slow, armored walking behind you. And in your head,
You can still have the power, Shin. Say the word. Make the deal.
I will die. No one's property.
That, Shin, is where you're wrong.
And the slow approach of the High Adjudicator and her still 20-strong battalion behind her as they round a curve and come into view. They aren't running. Why would they run? They know where you stopped, or at least how far you could have gotten. And as the High Adjudicator rounds the corner again, she she slowly starts to walk up to you, this time with her troops staying right behind her. Do not worry, Shin. I am High Adjudicator, not Executioner. Surrender now, and await the judgment of the Pinnacle Court.
No.
Very well.
I politely decline.
As is your prerogative. Get him. And it is still your... Oh no, you used your action.
Yeah.
But the time it would have taken for them to get there would have been a new round of initiative. So if you wish to take another action, another turn now, you can. Would you? Or would you accept this fate?
And as they're approaching him, as they march upon him, Shin realizes that he's fought the fight he can fight. And he's going to go to his knees, pull his bag around himself, and he's going to curl his body around the bag. And he's going to use his monk training, his honed body, and he's going to encase the bag with his body. If anyone makes a move to try to move it, it'll be like it's encased in stone. And he just collapses around it, and he just closes his body around it.
The High Adjudicator looks back to her troops. Don't be caught unawares. He's still dangerous. Knock. Arm goes up. Draw. Drops her hand. And a volley of arrows comes at you, Shin. You are dropped to 0 hit points and unconsciousness.
You know how, like, you hear stories about, like, in death, like, them holding, and, like, even though they're gone and they're dead, they still, like, their body, and then even though he's unconscious, his body is encased around this bag and is unmoving, and it's resolved to keep it there.
As these arrows pierce you, with you just in this curled up position, it's target practice. As they pierce you, and the pain sends you into shock, which sends your vision into black.
I am so sorry, everyone. But most of all, I'm sorry, Kalista. I'm sorry I could not reach you and show you the peace that a few lifetimes have shown me. But I will keep this final promise to you. I will protect this bag with my being. I hope you can forgive me. Val, I hope you can forgive me.
As your vision fades to black, you hear the voice, distant, almost echoing, of the High Adjudicator. Stop his bleeding. Judgment needs rendering. When you groggily have just a moment of awareness again, you find yourself in one of those small caverns. And as your vision goes blurry, you again hear the High Adjudicator's voice. Your trial will be tomorrow in front of the Pinnacle Court. They will determine the full punishment for your crimes. That said, I am afforded a little leniency as High Adjudicator to mete out what I see fitting in the interim. Black and silence and darkness. And then blinding pain. And we cut back to the rest of you. Kalista and Lorwryn, you have made it to outside of the Pinnacle Court. The streets of old Thaval-Ahim are beautifully illuminated with gorgeous arcane lamps that flicker behind glass that sends enchanting patterns across the mountain roads here. And the halls of the Pinnacle Court lie in front of you. Valkerie, if you wish, at this point, you could catch up to them. Do you wish?
No, I'm gonna be in the shadows.
Okay.
Or far enough back where they can't see me.
If he's caused this much of a problem, are we going to be able to get him out tonight?
I wish I knew. I haven't been here for near 200 years. In the past, I could walk in, use my name, but I have no idea what power that name carries. It's worth a try. He's worth a try. And she will step slowly to the gate.
As you approach the gate, are you approaching stealthily, or there are 2 guards who are outside, adjudicators outside?
She's going to step just one step away from Lorwryn's shadows. And then she will use prestidigitation to give herself a slight glow. Roll her shoulders back and stride.
As you approach the adjudicators. Good evening. The Pinnacle Court is not in session at the moment.
I am not here to see the court.
Then what business do you have here?
There is a prisoner with my name on it.
They exchange glances. I'm sorry?
You must be new here.
No.
Sorry, I can't take this seriously when Cory makes faces.
I know you're supposed to yes and, but no.
No. That is a yes and, because you are yesing the reality as she said it. You are just as character saying no. I've worked here a long time.
I'm an elf too, baby.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to see your boss,
The High Adjudicator?
if you don't mind.
All
If she's not
right.
too busy, of course.
Give me a moment. And she steps away from you and the other guard about 30 feet, and you recognize as she casts Sending. The other guard just stands tired, bored.
She's gonna just kind of look over to Lorwryn.
And Valkerie, you see this whole thing happening from the shadows.
She's gonna look as unmenacing as possible with like her hands out in front of her. You know, like if it was cold enough kind of thing, she would have them in one of those hand warmer wrap kind of things with like the fur on them and stuff like that, just to kind of look, you know, very unassuming, very non-threatening, very polite.
Very demure. After just about 2 minutes, the guard returns. The High Adjudicator will be with you shortly. It may take her 10 or 15 minutes. I beg your patience.
Thank you. I will be waiting. And she's going to just take a step back, and I'm assuming there's somewhere she can sit down.
Lorwryn and Kalista, could both of you make me perception checks really quick? This is just to see if either one of you spot Val.
Spot our baby?
She had a 24.
I don't see her. I got a 15.
26.
Lorwryn, you clock a familiar silhouette in a nearby alley. It's honestly the glinting of the eyes that you catch most first, and then you see the silhouette. If it weren't for the reflection of the moon and the stars on her eyes, you would not have noticed her.
She kind of closes her eyes for just a second and sitting. Are we sitting on like a bench or something like
Sure.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. And she will just kind of whisper to Kalista, Val followed us here. Don't look in her direction. She's off to the left in an alley. We just try not to bring attention to her.
Or we could just save the headache that she will inevitably cause, and bring her with us.
Question. What does the place look like? Like the outdoor of the prison that we're at, right here where we're at.
So you are outside of the Pinnacle Court, which is numerous interconnected structures that were built from the natural peaks of this mountain. The lower portion, like I said, like the first 3 stories, is smoothed and refined, but above that it still has the rugged natural texture of the rock.
Is there any windows in?
Oh yeah. Oh, so many windows. They love windows up here.
If it's dark, I want to climb that thing because I can spider climb like a spoder.
Okay. So you're trying to make your way past the guards.
Are there guards? Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm spider climbing on the outside of the cave building.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's still a large complex. It still is the most important governmental building in Thaval-Ahim. It has patrols. So yeah. I need another stealth check from you.
It's going to be... I'm going slow. 17.
17, okay. That's going to be... They're not active... Well, a few of them are active, so it'll be fewer checks. You make your way past some of the patrols, and... Is there a story you're going for? Because there are lots of windows.
I'm going to be going for the quietest area, then the darkest, to try to slip in.
Okay. We see as you navigate your way past patrols, and Lorwryn, you see her doing this. You also see as Valkerie slowly pushes open one of the windows. And just as she dips inside, you hear, "Hey! Who's that? Stop her!"
Aww.
And one of the Skywatch from above drops down, but you are able to dip inside before they get there.
I act surprised.
Roll a performance check. No.
I want to kill one of them, or I want to incapacitate one and steal their clothing.
The fuck?
Okay. Incapacitate one, steal clothing. I love this.
I'm gonna mute myself so I can raid.
Are you trying to get the drop on them by hiding?
Yeah, because I want to basically impersonate one of them. I want to impersonate a Skywatch.
Okay.
Or an Adjudicator. I mean, whichever one, honestly, I come across.
Don't you have blood red vampire eyes? Like, that's dead
this is
giveaway.
Happening.
Well, I know, but I'm just... There's excuse me while I quote Grog. I would like to rage.
Val, are you trying to, stay in this room that you drop into and wait to surprise someone who comes in?
How far down? How far up did I go? Because I know I have to get down.
I would assume first story, since you know you have to go down.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for a second. I don't know, for a minute, to see if anyone runs past or if anyone comes in there, because they saw me drop in. So I'm hiding.
Okay, make me a stealth check.
I'm hiding.
I'm gonna give you advantage here.
27.
27, dear God.
I have a plus 11 to stealth. I am it's the thing I do the best.
Okay.
She hides in the chandelier. No one checks the chandelier.
After just about a minute, and Kalista and Lorwryn, as this shout goes up, the guards next to you, both of their eyes go that way and then snap back to where the two of you are, exchange glances as if they want to go help but realize they can't leave the main entryway unattended, and so are a little uneasy now and are definitely paying more attention, but they are not running off. Valkerie, you see
we weren't making any move to try to sneak past him, so it's cool.
Valkerie, you see the head of a tan-skinned elf pop into the window that you just climbed in and start to very clunkily climb inside themselves.
I'm ready in action to clock his ass.
Could you just roll me to make this, because it's 1, to make this nice and simple, could you roll me a luck check, please? So just a d20. Let me know if it's above a 9 or below.
Alrighty. It's above a 9? Yes.
Okay, so you manage to take this adjudicator and knock him out before he's able to land a strike on you. And so how do you do it?
When he's climbing in, as soon as he gets down, I'm gonna elbow him, like right in the head, in a way that I know it's gonna knock him unconscious.
Just drops down to the ground.
And then I'm gonna start taking his clothes off and put them on.
Okay, you start to put this costume on. I'm going to check back in with Jaeger and Korrin.
Hide the body.
Have you played Splinter Cell?
It's Hitman at that point.
No, she's not.
Korrin and Jaeger. Gonna check back in with you two.
It's like, do you got any twos? Go fish.
Don't. How do you feel now, Jaeger?
I feel like it's a little silly we all split up again. I have faith in all of them, but we don't know exactly what we're dealing with. Let me ask you this. Were it back in the tales when you and Shin and Val and Korrin were younger, what would you do in this situation?
Do you want the truth?
The truth is very good.
Free will. Good. Well, the truth, we would have burned the city down and freed everyone.
And what about now? What's different?
Korrin looks at her hands, looks at some old scarring around her wrists that kind of glow a little bit. Age, dear. Age.
Well, good for you. I am quite young and have not learned these lessons yet, so I believe we should perhaps go and follow. See what we can see. I don't know where to go, but I think we can figure it out.
And Korrin gives a giant smile. We'll lead the way.
And then War Pig starts playing. Danielle's gathered in their masses.
That's for later.
Jaeger,
Don't worry. If we get licensed to it.
They just destroy the wall and then dun, dun, dun.
Korrin gives her hand to Jaeger. Help a old gal out. And let's take a walk.
He'll reach down, pull her hand up, and then open the door and beckon her through.
As you step out here, there is no one outside, but you do see numerous of the Skywatch overhead.
They've got to come from somewhere. So there's got to be an initial hub for them to be at.
Question. When Jaeger followed the two wizards and talked to Kalista's old friend, did we happen to pass by or see the building of the High Pinnacle?
No, because Ashmara was in the 3rd terrace, and the residential area is not the same as where the governmental buildings and the older buildings of Thaval-Ahim are, so you haven't been there yet. That said, even from there you could see it.
And of course, Jaeger, I know you're new to this, but even pigs call a home. So, let's go find them.
As the two of you start to walk through the nearly abandoned feeling Lower Terrace, we're going to cut back to Val. Val, you have donned this guise. You have put on at minimum, the external trappings. Would you also have taken his armor? Or would you have just taken cloak and helmet and...
Cloak, his helmet, I don't want his armor. I am going to try to hide his body. So basically what happens is I put on his armor, I'm going to start my rights on my swords and then put them back. Because I can start the right. And then I'm going to take a different mutagen. I'm going to flush the mutagen I had and take another one. Because I can do that. And I'm going to try to set something on fire. I'm going to try to make a distraction so they're going there and not trying to find me. So that is my play.
I just want to make sure I understand. To start a distraction, you're trying to set fire in the room you're currently in?
No, I want to set fire in the hallway down. Like if there's another room or a hallway.
So you're planning to leave this room first?
Yes, I'm going to leave this room. I'm going to try to push his body. If there's a closet.
Yeah, absolutely. Just right into a closet in here.
I'm going to push him into a closet. I'm going to leave him there, and then I'm going to go try to start a fire in another room or down the hallway.
As you open the door, you have to, quietly close it a little bit because there are a number of adjudicators who walk right past. Shh. And you catch sight of one of them, a woman who is clearly in charge just based off of the way that she is dressed. And she is currently wiping her hands clean. The rag that she is wiping her hands with coming away stained with blood.
I know it's his because I'm a vampire. I could smell it.
You smell it. You smell Shin's blood. And she tosses the rag to one of the adjudicators next to her. I have some business to attend to at the front gate. Go about your business. But stay on alert. And they start to head down the hall. You can see which direction that they came from, and even just with your passing familiarity, as you reorient yourself, you know that down that hall would lead to the descent that leads to the prison.
I'm going to, instead of starting a fire, go down immediately. As soon as I would have smelled his blood on the rag, I would have because I have my helmet on, put my head down a little bit so they can't see my eyes as much. Put my head down and walked that way.
Could you make me a stealth check with advantage? This is not stealth as in you moving quietly. This is stealth as in you blending in and looking like you belong.
17. Wait, no, sorry, with advantage? It
Yes,
was 21.
please.
That's my high one. 21.
You get a few nods from adjudicators that you pass, and they don't give you any trouble. You make your way down into the familiar prisons. You see these same barless, small cavern cells that you remember from the last time you were here. Much fuller than it ever was any time you've been down here. Normally, there aren't many who are imprisoned here. This is a fairly peaceful town. The cells are nearly full now. And you walk past, in the dark with your dark vision, many people here just sleeping, and as you walk, the ding, 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 arcane lamps kick on as you pass and then shut off after you've walked about 50 feet. And after you've walked for 1,000 feet down here, winding, turning, looking in these cells, you see Shin. He's unconscious. His shirt is stained with blood in numerous places. His left arm is still wrapped around his bag, as if protecting it. But his right arm hangs loose. And there is no hand at the end of his right arm. Instead, his severed hand hangs around his neck.
How many guards are there in here?
Right now, none.
Is there keys around to get into the cell? Do I see keys hanging anywhere?
It doesn't have a door.
So I'm going to walk down to see him.
As you get to his cell and try to walk in, you are blocked by an invisible wall of force. You can hear his labored breathing. You can see that he is breathing. But he is in a bad, bad way. Looking at him, Shin has been shot over 20 times. Injuries that would kill almost anyone else. Might have even killed him, but here he is.
Do they all have a wall of force around them? Do I see after I've encountered one?
You've been down here. You've seen how it works. Yes, that is how these prison cells are secured.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of get as close as I can without hitting the wall, and you're just gonna hear me. Shin would just hear, "Hey, you."
Shin, you hear a familiar voice. You have 1 hit point at this moment.
Shin knows the sound of that terrible acting. Do the force barriers go both directions?
Yeah, wall of force is impenetrable from both sides.
And Shin looks up. How do I look?
Like shit?
That's Val. And laboriously, like his because if you've ever forcibly held something for a time, when your muscles unclench, and in his hand is the necklace he took from the guard at the very beginning of this whole fight. And I don't, how long have I been down here?
As in this cell?
Yes, in the cell, point, conscious.
Probably conscious? You just came to consciousness.
Okay.
Her voice brought you out of it.
And he's going to, with what little concentration he has, try to open the door.
You concentrate on this. Could you please roll me a luck check? So just a d20, please.
How high does it need to be?
Well, it's not necessarily need to be. It's just that both will have different results.
Because I have 6 luck points that I've not used. And it was a 6. So I can make it a 12.
Pouring all of your luck points into this, turning it into a 12. Val, as you had just had one hand just slightly resting on that wall of force, you feel it disappear from under your touch.
And Shin, with his intact arm, his left arm, takes the bag off. Like, Val, I assume you come up to him.
I do.
And puts the bag in her hands.
Get this out of here. No. Do not wait for me. Do not try to carry me out of here. Just get the bag out of here. Use all of your skills. Please. I beg of you.
I do open the bag, just put my hand in, and I believe he has a potion of greater healing in there. But he's clearly forgotten about. Because he's been shot and his hand's been cut off, and I take it out and I push it on him, like on his chest. Take it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's a thing that I have.
Shin, it is, as Val pushes this into your chest, you instinctually go to catch it with your dominant hand. And it's really only then that you realize. You'd been using your left hand for these things out of subconscious, your body's awareness that it needed to. It wasn't a conscious decision. But it's as you go to catch this and it falls to the ground, not shattering, but as it falls to the ground clinking quietly, you see your stump on your right arm and see your hand hanging from your neck. That hand that saved so many people, that helped lift so many downtrodden, severed and left as a warning.
Go, Val.
No, you're coming with me.
No. You need to get that bag out of here. It cannot fall into their hands. You have to.
They're gonna see the wall came down.
No, they won't. I can raise it back up. You have to go back. Get that out of here.
You see Val struggle with it. She doesn't want to leave him. But
Val, if our history, our friendship, means anything to you in your long life, I call in every favor I ever could. Do this for me, please. Go before they notice.
she steps back over. Raise it.
With his left hand.
Now that you have figured out how to do so the first time, reestablishing the wall of force is an easy matter.
I am glad you came. It warms my heart to know that I meant something to you. Go. And one more thing, Val.
Say it.
Burn this city. Burn it to the ground.
Say less. And then she leaves.
We see Val with Shin's bag retracing her way out of the prison. We cut back outside of the Pinnacle Court, and we see Lilita, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim, stepping from the main doors of the Pinnacle Court, checking in with her guards at the front, seeing the two of you, and walks over to you, Lorwryn and Kalista.
Kalista will stand to greet her and give her just a small bow. Thank you kindly for seeing us.
My name is Lilita of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim in the Pinnacle Court. I was told you wished to see me. And with Lorwryn and Kalista and the High Adjudicator here outside of the Pinnacle Court, with Korrin and Jaeger starting to make their way there, with Valkerie getting out of the prison, bag of holding in tow, and Shin still behind bars. That's where we're going to close for tonight.
Fuck.
Incredible session, everyone. So incredible that I almost forgot it. I had to do an outro. Thank you all so much for being here for the Prison Break episode of Lords of Sin. Every campaign needs one.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review, a comment, and share with your friends. Want to support the podcast and get some behind-the-scenes content and some extra goodies? Check out Go Buff Yourself on Patreon. Lords of Sin is Cory J. Phillips as Shin, Danielle Phillips as Valkerie, TheMalloMan as Lorwryn, Aaron as Jaeger, Matty as Kalista, Mav as Korrin, and Ethan as all the other stuff.